okay. We are on the road and we decided that we're gonna do some live. So I would like to ask you to press a like if you actually can hear us, because if you cannot hear us, then that's crazy. And also something else happened a few minutes earlier, and that's kind of like funny. I hope no one actually can see it, but we started the live with some mask on our face, and that was something new. So that's how not to do a live unless you actually want to make it funny, but we want to make it serious this time. And a couple of days ago we were on live and we were talking about that why we created this group, and I actually want to tell you a few more things, that what is our goals, what is our aims with this group. And basically we have three main goals. One of them is build relationships, second is knowledge sharing or leveraging each other's knowledge, and the third one is business opportunities. It's very, very important to actually talk about that, why we do this, how we do this, and what should we do. So I came on and I decided to tell you that what we are thinking to do. Basically, why is very, very important, because our coach always said that what is important that who knows you and not who you know. And I'm gonna give you a very good example. This is my personal example, and I hope it's going to help you. Years ago, a very special lady came to me and said to me that, Orshi, I really want you to do some radio shows in my new radio. And it actually took her quite a few months to convince me to do it, because I always been like, oh my god, I don't really know anyone, I've never done radio shows, I've never really done interviews, and I didn't really know that how to start it. And eventually I started it, and I started to go to a few of my very close friends who already been very, very successful in the subject of the radio show. And I started searching for some big names as well, or bigger names, I should say. And it was very interesting that once one said yes, who was actually a world champion ultra runner. And because I did the interview with her, some other big names started to come up. And once I said that, oh, I've done interviews with so-and-so person and so-and-so person, it was very easy for me to actually get the appointment and meet personally with the interviewee. So it was very interesting that actually who knew me, that relationship helped me to get to other people. So you never know, and I think it's very, very important to get to know other people, build relationships, and put your name out there, and eventually it will, you need to put some work in it, of course, but eventually it will be a fruitful tree for you. Now, how we thinking to build relationships within this community, that's another important thing. And we decided that we would like to invite you to do an introduction video where everyone can see you, everyone can hear you, and you can actually introduce yourself. Now, we don't want you to have a very, very long video, because as the group is growing, there's going to be so many people who are going to do this, and it might not going to, I don't think it's necessary to have a very, very long video. So what we are thinking is actually in a 2 minutes video, introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, where you are, what opportunities you are looking for, what you can help with other what can you help with other people. So what is your offer that you can give to other people? So that's very, very important. And another way of actually building relationship is start a discussion. So bring up a topic and start a discussion and comment on other topics. Tell your views. What's your view on that subject? And that is another way how people can get to know you. So I think it's very, very important, and we're encouraging everyone to be active in this group, because I think that that's going to bring you some very, very good relationships, and that's going to bring you some opportunities as well. And what can it give you? Because you certainly can ask me that, okay, Oshi, that's very, very cool, I can do this video, but what can it give me? Well, there are many, many things it can give you, but I'm just gonna draw my attention to three main things. And one is actually it can give you new business opportunities. You can actually end up in a new business territory where you actually never thought you can be. It can also give you partnerships. You never know that someone is doing something that you actually need, and you can actually partner together. It can also give you some recommendations. So I know that I personally recommend many of my subcontractors, or many people that I know. I'm not working with them very closely at the moment, but when I hear that someone actually needs something, then I recommend it. I'll give you an example as well. I met a couple over the last 4 days who are bringing a new sports gear, which is very, very cool. And I said to them that, look, I know many personal trainers, and I think it can be very beneficial for them as well, and I'm happy to introduce you to them. So that's a recommendation, and that's something that you can actually get out of this community. So we would like to encourage you to do 2 minutes, no longer than 2 minutes. If it's shorter, that's fine, but just get around 2 minutes introduction video. Okay, so it doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be cut. A live video is actually fine as well. If you are happy to do it, then do it. But if you just upload a video, that would be awesome as well. Introduction, just say who you are, your name, what you do, and where you're from. That's very important, because we are bringing Europe and global together. So it's going to be a huge group which is actually going to build on relationships. So it's very important to specify that what country you are in, or what country you are operating in, or where you're from, so people can know you. And so do that, and then let's start some discussions. And if you like it, then obviously that's really, really cool, and then we're gonna build good and valuable relationships. Now we're gonna do 2 other live videos, and one is going to be knowledge sharing. So again, we're gonna go through what do we mean by knowledge sharing, and also we're going to talk about that what is the why, how, and what of the knowledge sharing. And in the 3rd live video, we are going to do business opportunities, the 3rd goal of this community, and how, again, we're gonna go through the why and the how and the what. So I hope you enjoy this very short video or live about us and the goal. I hope that you will get some encouragement, and you're gonna do your introduction, because that would be awesome. I'm sure we can build an awesome community here, where we connect people online to each other, irrespective of where they are from. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope to see you again the next time. Bye bye.